Texas League Playoffs Game 2 is coming up next. And we welcome you into the Texas League on this Thursday night. And now here's John Baker as we get ready for the coverage of the Texas League Playoffs Game 2. Well, thank you, Bob. Good evening, one and all, to everybody who are in this broadcast. And we welcome you into Game 2 of our South Division playoff rounds. Well, it is winner take all, as two teams after tonight will be eliminated. If Midland beats Frisco, they will advance forward into a playoff spot in the championship. And if Springfield beats Arkansas, then it'll be our two finalists that will go head-to-head. Well, we got everybody about ready to come on in. We got fans there at San Antonio and Corpus Christi and Amarillo and Midland starting to come on in and wave hello at us. Greetings. We got Wichita, Tulsa, Northwest Arkansas as well coming in for the festivities here tonight. So we are here at beautiful Statesman's Park to get ready for this one. Well, I got to say, we're about ready to go in the pregame show, and I'm joined in the booth by my partner, Bob. Good evening, Bob.
Well, good evening there, John. How are you?
I am doing good. Thank you for asking. Well, we're going to get our show on the road here tonight, and so far we're going to talk about what happened Tuesday night as Midland claimed the first game of the Texas League playoff rounds. So far it is 1-0 for Midland and 0-1 for the RoughRiders. And so far I got to say they're up in this one by that one run. One winning game and stuff. And now tonight is going to be a decision if the Rockhounds can win this one or if Frisco can win it and tie it up and they'll be safe for one more night. If Midland wins this one, it will be a blowout for the Riders as they'll go down eliminated. And then after that, Midland will be our top finalist into the championship series round. Now, Springfield has to beat Arkansas. One more game tonight there at their home ballpark. They're at beautiful Blue River Stadium, home of the Springfield Cardinals. And Midland has to beat Frisco to claim that Texas League Championship Series round playoff spot. Well, anyway, it's going to be a beautiful night for a ball game, and glad you guys are coming in as we're getting things started here tonight. Got all fans from the Texas League as we have our city, San Antonio, and for everybody else coming in, they are cheering on the Final Four Texas League winners of this 2024 year. Well, got to say, we're just moments away from first pitch. The top of the first for Midland. Straight ahead right after these commercial messages. Well, we're about ready to go on the Riders Baseball Network. Got to say, Bob, absolutely right about that. As we take you downstairs, a gorgeous night here in Frisco, Texas, as we're just about ready to start going here for Game 2 of our Texas League playoff rounds. Riders in their normal home get-ups, Midland in their road oranges. And starting this one for Game 2, Cole Wynn. What do we know, Bob? Well, 4-seam fastball, 12-6 curve slider, changeup, 2-seam fastball. Boy, these guys are ready to go here tonight for the Riders to start up the top of the first for Midland.
Leading off for Midland, the shortstop.
Well, the shortstop is Drew Swift as we lead off the top of the first for Midland. And to pitch in, and that is a strike in the middle. It's 0-1. We're underway at 7:05 here tonight.
First pitch, 7 o'clock.
A beautiful blue sky, sun setting. Just absolutely beautiful. That is driven up to left field, way deep, and that is up to the left field wall, as that will be a high fly out. And Swift, the first to go down in this ball game. Right fielder Clark Elliott coming in. It's ready to go, and that's in for a strike. It's 0-1. First time we see Midland. They're in their four-peat. Boy, they are really coming after it, Bob.
Yeah, they sure are, John. I remember the four-peat. It was 2014 through 2017 when they won 4 Texas League titles in those years. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it sure was. I got a ring from the Midland Rockhounds, and pretty much it's a beautiful diamond ring. I've had it for years. That one driven nicely. And that is up the wall. And that's going to be up to a double. Boy, pretty good right there. Clark Elliott goes up and gets the first hit for Midland. And that's going to bring in Jack Winkler, the third baseman tonight. Boy, hit number 1 for Midland. And the pitch. That is inside for a strike, and it's 0-1. Matthew Davis tonight, our home plate umpire. Calling balls and strikes. Good evening. I'm going to give a big shout out to this one guy, Mike Gracious. He's so good calling the ball and strike, Matthew Davis. No balls, 2 strikes. Denzel Clark, our first base umpire. And right there, strike 3. That's 2 away as Winkler's down on the first 2 outs of the game. First baseman is Danny Bautista Jr. as he comes in. Takes a strike inside. It's 0-1. Well, a lovely night here in Frisco, right, Bob?
Now, I got to say, John, it sure is.
That one right to the second baseman, and that is caught for the out. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left for Midland as we head to the bottom of the first inning. And there's no score through the top half of 1. So back here with more as our Midland pitcher starting up for the bottom of the first inning when we come back.
About ready to go to the bottom of the first for Frisco, right here, the Riders Baseball Network. Well, on the heels, a left-hander, Jack O'Loughlin, as he comes in from Midland. What do we know, Bob? 94 four-seam, slider, changeup, curveball, two-seam fastball in his arsenals of pitches. So pretty good right there as he's coming in for Midland here in this one.
Leading off for the RoughRiders, the shortstop.
Shortstop is Jack Biggers as he comes in. As he is set to go for this bottom of the first inning. Ready to go, O'Loughlin. Pitch deals, and that is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. O'Loughlin is pretty good as he's had a lot of strikeouts thus far for Midland. Right there and in on the changeup, and that's the count now, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count now to him. And the 1-1 delivery. That is high pop-up right there. And somebody's going to get it. Boy, the shortstop runs into the third baseman. Boy, that'll bring up Alejandro Osuna as he comes in. Boy, the leadoff batter really high popped that one up really good, right, Bob?
Man, it sure did.
That was a wasted out right there for the Riders, but evidently, oh well, he'll get another chance when he goes up to the plate again later on. No balls, 1 strike to Osuna, and that's down and in, strike 2. Boy, they got a pretty good prospect for the Oakland A's.
Yeah, they sure do, and pretty good right there.
That one fouled off, and it's still holding on, 0-2. So tonight is winner take all. Midland leads this one 1-0. Riders 0-1. Springfield 1-0 over Arkansas. 0-1 for the Travelers. So if Springfield wins their game there at their home ballpark tonight in Springfield, Missouri, say they had a knockout against the Arkansas Travelers, and the 2 finalists will meet face-to-face. High in the air, Belvias up there in the left field area will make the grab, and that's out number 2.
The first baseman,
Well, the third baseman, or should I say the first baseman, guy batting in the 3 spot. It's the first baseman, Blaine Krim. Here's the pitch, and that's down and outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Got a good home crowd here in beautiful Frisco. We're 6 miles outside of downtown Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. 1-0 delivery. Outside, 2-0. Pretty good right there.
Yeah, sure is, John.
We've been to Midland on Tuesday, and so far we're here in Frisco tonight. Game 3 if necessary. If Riders win this one, then pretty much we're tied even at 1-1. Winner take all tomorrow night if Game 3 is necessary. The 2-1. That one is high and outside, 3-1. Jace Easley on deck for the Frisco RoughRiders. 3-1, here's the pitch. That one blistered up to right field. Elliott, the right fielder, makes the running grab on the warning track, and that ends the half inning. Well, no runs, no hits, no errors then, no one on for Frisco. Top of the second, Perez Schofield, Sam Bovias will lead off the second inning for Midland. When we come back, it's no score through 1. The Texas League playoffs rounds, Game 2. about ready to go for the top half of the second inning for Midland, right now on the RoughRiders Baseball Network. Well, I gotta say, Bob, we're about ready to get some scores in, and they're the North Division. Arkansas and Springfield. The Arkansas Travelers leading 3-2 as they have runners at first and third and just one out. They're in the top of the fifth inning. So far, the Travelers could try to win one. That means if they do, and all things considered, then it'd be a tight series there at 1-1. Riders need to beat Midland, and that will enforce Game 3 tomorrow night at 7:05, our first pitch. So that's a winner-take-all type ball game, if everybody is wondering about that. If one team wins two, they beat that team and eliminate them. Or if the series ties up 1-1, and evidently it will enforce a Game 3. So the Game 3 would be a final meetup of the two ball clubs. It's a winner-take-all deal. Well, top half of the second inning for Midland. As we go in now, Junior Perez, the next to bat for the Rockhounds. Here's the pitch to him. And that is inside for a strike. It's 0-1. You know, hopefully some fans are asking, Bob, that will San Antonio get into the playoffs next year? I sure hope they do. Well, I gotta say, John, to the fans up there in San Antonio, Texas, there's some good questions just pouring in. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that just depends if they take the first half of 2025. Right there up to short, and TJ Schofield Sam is down on that one. Well, the wasted base hit opportunity right there. Yeah, it sure is, John, and I gotta say, that one was well caught beyond the reach of the shortstop. Yeah, it sure was. No balls and one strike to the next batter up. That is left fielder Brian Bovias. As he takes in a strike, it's 0-2 the count now. So another 1-2-3 half inning for the Rockhounds. And that is up to the left field area, and that's going to get into a 2-out single. And Midland has another batter coming up. And that'll bring in the guy from Saudi Arabia. This is Zahid Valenzuela. Valenzuela coming in, and boy, 314 average. What a great guy he is. Over an opposition of 400, he's had 13 home runs for Midland with 27 RBIs. Wow. This guy could really be a fastball hitter, but you got to watch him or else it will be something else. Right there to third. They'll get him easily after the bunt attempt is snuffed out, and that ends this half inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and one left on for Midland. 2.5. It is no score as we head to the bottom of the second. So back here as we get ready to go, Jay Seasley, Aaron Zavala, and Kaber Rodriguez, the three will lead off the bottom of two when we come back. Well, I got to say, John, I hope we're not going to a commercial message already, but the Arkansas Travelers are threatening the Springfield Cardinals. Bases are loaded up, one away, and boy, base hit will really stretch it into a big lead for Arkansas.
Yeah, I sure would there, Bob. And I gotta say, these boys are really trying to get going, and that's going to be a line drive base hit. Boy, one run scores, and that will load up bases once again. Boy, now it is 4-2 Arkansas over Springfield. Boy, they try to get the runner out at second, but still the bases are loaded. One away, and bags loaded up in this one. Boy, they are really coming unglued and unclutched hitting. Yeah, it sure is, John. Boy, that one get them, and ouch. That will walk in a run. So it's 5-2 Arkansas against Springfield. So with a 5-2 lead for the Arkansas Travelers, the bases still remain loaded. Oh man, Springfield may have screwed them on that pitching, as that ball hitting the last batter and make it a 5-2 when he comes in to score. Well, looks like they're convening on the mound now, and that's going to do for Shreve. Evidently, he is out of the ball game, and so far another guy is getting loose for Springfield. First reliever coming in as Benito Garcia. Boy, 29 runs allowed this year. 46 ERA at a 4.02. Boy, pretty good. He is pitching in for Springfield. Boy, bases are loaded still. We're going to see what goes on as we'll continue coverage of our Texas League playoff rounds here in Game 2 against Midland and Frisco. I got a good crowd there at Blue River, which that's pretty good. Now got a third coming in. Everybody come on in. A happy Thursday night. One more work day of the work week. Just feels really good to have a job where you can work Monday through Friday early in the morning and you get off in the afternoons. It feels really good. Hey, don't forget about weekends off there, John. Yeah, well, you sure stole the words out of my mouth, my friend. Yeah, well, I like doing that. Why not? Well, pitching change will get the guy out warming up for Springfield. Well, a batter is up now, and so far one away, bases loaded. Top of the fifth, it's Arkansas 5, Springfield 2. Boy, I tell you what, these guys are really letting them get going tonight. So Brock Rodden is out for Arkansas. Boy, that is high pop-up, and that looks foul. Boy, howdy. So 1-1 the count now to Brock Rodden. We're just going to see how this half inning for Arkansas goes, and so far they are really getting ready to go. A base hit would put them up to a bunch, and yes, right there, that's fouled off, and all people in the front end will go after it, and it's out of the line, so that's a foul ball. 1-2 the count now to Brock Rodden, and boy, a grand slam for Arkansas would make it a 9-2 ball game for the Arkansas Travelers. So we're gonna see what's going on and stuff here in this one. That one down and in, 2-2. Boy, the bases are loaded up. There is one away, 5-2 Arkansas. A beautiful nighttime there. A good old Blue River there in Springfield. Even though San Antonio has been there, Corpus Christi has also been there. Notice pretty nice that our San Antonio Missions would have got in this year, but evidently with them being eliminated with Corpus Christi and Amarillo, that would pretty much be the third, fourth, and fifth places. Now, unlike last year, the last couple of years, during 2022 and 23, San Antonio had 2 times getting into playoff rounds, but end up losing it. Well, that was a base hit right there, but they are. Oh, they got one guy out, so that'll be 2 away now. They're pretty good. Well, we're going to head back to our broadcast here, and so far we lead off the bottom of the second inning for the Riders here on this one.
Jace Easley, Aaron Zavala, and Caper Rodriguez, bottom of 2. Pitch here, and that's going to be high in the air up to Elliott in right, and he'll make the running grab. And that is out number 1. Aaron Zavala coming in, and boy, that's going to be a base hit. Boy, and how many did they get thus far? It looks like 7-2 for Arkansas. No, 8-2. Holy mackerel. Yeah, so the Arkansas Travelers get a 3-run double. The 0-1. That's a swing and a miss right there, and the count now 0-2. Well, if a base hit goes in, and then the Travelers would get a 9-2, force in the runner from second inning. And the second base bag, he would get in and put it a 9-2 ball game for the Arkansas Travelers. 2 away, here's the 6th batter, Caber Rodriguez. As he comes in. And is set to go, and that's going to be right there. Swift throws, and he gets him out at first. Well, 3 up, 3 down, but 6 retired here in 2 innings, and that will do. 9-1-2, McGuire, Swift, and Elliott will lead off the third for Midland when we come back. So no runs, hits, or errors for the Riders. As we go now top of 3, no score.
about ready to go for the third inning for Midland right here in the Texas League playoff rounds, game 2. Well, here's the next batter up, Shane McGuire. McGuire comes in, waits on the pitch, and is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Beautiful sunset here tonight. That one driven nicely up to the left center area, and that's out number 1.
Now batting, shortstop, Drew Swift.
And that'll bring us up to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Drew Swift. Swift coming in now for Midland. For the Rockhounds, no runs, 2 hits, and no errors. Frisco in a no-hitter type ball game. That one straight away center, and that's out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here in this half inning.
Right fielder, Clark Elliott.
Here's the right fielder, Clark Elliott. Last time up in the first, he doubled. Uh-oh. Yikes. That one is out of here. And Midland, scores in the game's first run. And boy, they really crushed that one out of here. And the Rockhounds lead it 1-0. By golly, I tell you one thing, John. He really tattoos that one out of here. As you see where it goes, 449, 108.1. Clark Elliott, the right fielder, boy, that is a Texas League world record right there for him. It sure is. Jack Winkler coming in. He's 0-1. A strikeout in the first inning. Top of the third inning on this beautiful Thursday night. Say tomorrow will be a good day, and yes, for our third game if necessary. Riders and Rockhounds meet up tomorrow evening if it's possible. Clark Elliott gets that 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 3.5. Midland leads it 1-0. RoughRiders coming to bat for the bottom of the third when we come back in our broadcast. Kellen Strom, Vernier Chavez, and Cody Freeman will lead the bottom of 3.
Well, we're about set for the, let's see, what is it? Bottom of the third inning for the Riders, right here in the Texas League Playoff Game 2. Yeah, there you go, Bob, and we're back in the broadcast. Come on, Bob, you gotta get in there and say, hey, where are we? That's okay. It happens, everybody. After a long day it's been, I think everybody is overly confused on where we stand. Boy, he goes after the first pitch, and that is called for a strike on 7-hole batter Kellen Strom. And that one is deep to center, and that's going to erase the no-hitter. As that's a no-out single for Kellen Strom.
Batting in, the second baseman, Chavez.
And that'll bring in Frenier Chavez. Next batter up for the Riders here tonight. 1-0 Midland here in this ball game. Bottom of 3, and that's going to be down, and they'll throw to second to keep him in close contact there at first. So good look. We'll keep that runner on standby. 1 ball, no strikes to Frenier Chavez. The pitch. That one foul, and it's 1-1. One ball, one strike. Runner at first, nobody out. That's in there for a strike. It's 1-2. Well, Jack O'Laughlin, really good pitches, and no wonder he's had a good year for Midland. He's had an excellent year in the A's organization. And 1-2. That one right there to Batista Jr. Broken bat, and boy, avoid the shrapnel out there.
The catcher, Cody Freeman.
And that's going to bring up Cody Freeman. We're going to have a quick pause as they will pick up the shrapnel, and they'll give us the A-OK on that. So Cody Freeman coming up now for Frisco. 1 on, 1 away here in this half inning. Freeman at the plate now. That one is delivered high right there, just shallow center field, as Elliott will leave his right-hand area for that high-flying catch there to center. So 2 away. Jack Spigger's coming in now. After Cody Freeman gets retired on the high flyer. Here's the pitch by O'Laughlin, and that's going to be lifted high in the air. Up the left field is Bovea, says he'll take it himself, and that ends the half inning. So no runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 on left. Top of the 4th coming up. Midland leads it here in game 2, 1-0. We're back here as first baseman Danny Bautista Jr. will lead it off for the Rockhounds when we come back for the 4th inning. Well, we're set to go for the fourth inning for Midland, and we're about ready. Thank you, Bob. Danny Batista Jr. coming in as we're set to go in this half inning. No balls and one strike. Batista Jr., the first baseman tonight for Midland, coming in, and that's going to be a sharp liner straight to the center field area. Boy, and they first pitch swinging comes out of that bullpen. Boy, Midland getting another runner on base. They've had a lot of runners on this ball game thus far, Bob, and I gotta say, they're doing magnificently well. Yeah, they sure are, John, and I gotta tell you one thing. If they could keep this up, they could claim this second game and blow out the Riders for a second time here in this evening. Like they did at Frisco Park there in Midland, they really had something going. Yeah, they sure did. Junior Perez coming in now for Midland as he takes the 0-2 count. Runner at first, nobody out. This top of the fourth inning in the Texas League playoff rounds. And right there is strike three. That is out number one as the bunt attempt is unsuccessful for Junior Perez. TJ Schofield Sam coming in now. And the pitch in. That is in for a cold strike. It's 0-1. So beautiful, crisp, warm night here tonight. Just a nice night here for September. Well, do believe it or not, John, fall is on its way and everybody knows it. Yeah, for sure. That one is deep to left, or should I say that is up to center, and well, that's the first time I get a call wrong on that one. Yeah, it's okay, John. I mean, it's been a long day, and so far it is what it is. Yeah, for sure. Well, that'll bring in Brian Bovias as he comes in, the left fielder. Two away, runner at first. And that is right there and inside for a strike. It's 0-1. Now, we've known a lot of great players this year in 2024, right, Bob? Yeah, from San Antonio to Corpus Christi and Midland and Frisco and Amarillo and Springfield and Northwest Arkansas and Wichita. Well, that one is deep. This straight away, oh boy. Now you got runners at second and third. They are coming in. And that's going to bring in Sahid Valenzuela. Well, just tell you one thing, they are coming in. Like you said before, Bob, it's all about the unclutched hitting. Yeah, for sure, John, I got to tell you. One thing about it, on the unclutched hitting, they really come after you. Yeah, they sure do. Oh, 2 out, 2 on. Second and third. Valenzuela for Midland. Getting ready to go. And he bunts his way. And it's Rose to first. They get him and they'll avoid danger. Couple of hits for Midland, but they leave 2. So we're 4.5 tonight. Midland leads it by 1. So Alejandro Osuna will get ready to go as we're set for the bottom of the fourth inning for the Riders when we come back. About ready for the bottom of the fourth inning for the Riders, right here on the Riders Baseball Network. Well, Alejandro Osuna coming in now. He's ready to go, and looks like they got something going on. Intentional walk for Osuna. And now we got the tying run at first base. Boy, Blaine Krim coming in now as he's ready to go. And the pitch by Laughlin is down and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Sky turning a pink to a dark purple color on the horizon. Just absolutely love evenings. Fall-like evenings are coming. Just remind people that the 3rd day of November, that's Sunday, November 3rd, is when these clocks go back a few hours. Yeah, I know. Everybody just hates that when that happens. You know, John, they really do. Yeah, I know it.
No.
That one is outside, and that'd be the count now, 2-2. Or should I say 2-1? But anyway, I do gotta say. Here's pitch. That one right there. They get the out at first, but they don't look at the second base area to pick off a double play. But Blaine Krim is getting out, and that'll bring up Jace Easley. Tying run at second. That is number 18, Osuna. And the pitch. That one to straightaway right field, and that's going to get him in. And second game of our Texas League playoff edition. Boy, that one was really good by Jace Easley. As he gets him home, here is Aaron Zavala. Zavala coming in, hits that one high in the air up to a foul ground area. And that's going to bring in Elliott to make the play, but runner will go from first to second.
Third baseman, number 3, Caber Rodriguez.
Well, that'll bring in Caber Rodriguez, 0 for 1 ground out in the second inning. It is match point at 1-1 here tonight, bottom of 4 for the RoughRiders. That one is high in the air, and that'll get down for a base hit. And now the Frisco RoughRiders have it. And they'll lead it 2-1 on a RBI double. Boy, pretty good right there, John. I gotta say, unclutched hitting is like caged lightning nearly. How do you figure? Well, if you can see how fast the lightning goes, really the unclutched hitting is where the batters get going. Okay, well, that's a good, valid point right there, Bob. High in the air, and that is out of play. And that's the count now, 1-1. RoughRiders up 1 run ahead of Midland. Strom was pretty good through the regular season, wasn't he, Bob? Bro, he's got a good .267 ERA, and I gotta say, yeah, the opposition is really good. That sure is. So, do we know his opposition record? Well, his opposition is a .347. Wow. So that's pretty good for Kellen Strom. I mean, he had a pretty good couple of games and whacked in a few against San Antonio and Tulsa during those regular season games this year. And I got to say, John, absolutely right about that.
Strom coming in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at second, 2 away. And the pitch. Change up fouled, and the count now 1-2. Number 3, Rodriguez, is in scoring position. 1-2. Swing and a miss. They will get him out. And that ends 4 innings here this evening. 9-1-2 due up for the 5th inning for Midland when we come back. Well, postseason baseball continues as Shane McGuire, Drew Swift, and Clark Elliott will bring us up to the top of the 5th for Midland when we come back. Fifth inning for Midland right now on the RoughRiders Baseball Network. Shane McGuire coming in as, still a long way to go here tonight for both sides. That one is up to left center, and that is a base hit, roll all the way to the wall. And that is a no-out double for McGuire. Boy, really good. Shane McGuire, what is his average stats this year for the Rockhounds? Well, he's got a opposition of a .647. Wow. Goodness. Rockhound players have really been good in this 2024 year. Well, San Antonio has been good during last week against Springfield. Cardinals and San Antonio were meeting up face-to-face during last week and Sunday. Boy, it was a pretty good game by a final 11-7. Tying run up at second. Nobody out. Drew Swift for Midland. And that's going to get off, putting the runner home. And there he goes. Ties it up on an RBI single.
The right fielder, number 9, Clark Elliott.
And that's going to bring in Clark Elliott as he comes on in. Right fielder comes in, waits. Strike inside by Wynn, and it's 0-1. 2 for 2, a home run, double RBI tonight for the right fielder. He's absolutely good on firing on us all cylinders. That one is whacked out of place and foul. It's 0-2. That one deep to right. And that is out number 1.
Now back, the third baseman, Jack Winkler.
Third baseman is Jack Winkler. He's 0 for 2. And 2 strikeouts of the ninth. Fifth inning, 2-2 tie. Midland and the Riders. That one up to straightaway right. Carrying well, and that's going to be over the wall for the ground rule double.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Yikes.
Boy, you stole the words out of my mouth.
Well, you did the same thing to me too, Bob. You're like Bob Vila getting whacked upside his head during Home Improvement.
Yeah, by Tim Allen.
Exactly. Here's Danny Bautista Jr. as he comes in and takes a strike inside. It's 0-1. The 0-1. And that is going to be 1 run coming in. And I don't think they're going to chance it with another run.
now batting,
So they're playing it safe.
Yeah, well, it could have been another couple of runs for Midland, but that just was a play for little crybabies and stuff. Oh, man, Bob, you crack me up. I don't know why.
Hey, you know you're my favorite guy and stuff.
You just bring on the jokes, and I just keep on laughing at them. Yeah, well, you do too, John.
Well, hey, I think we've got something pretty good in our friendship, and
No ball.
I'm just glad that you and I can still carry that on really well.
Yeah, for sure.
Junior Perez gets first and third, and that one is right there. Underhand, and it'll get him out, but a run in to score.
the batter, number 6.
And that's an RBI sacrifice right there. So the Rockhounds will lead it 4-2 against the Riders. That'll bring in TJ Schofield Sam. Boy, pretty good as Midland leads it right there and in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Here's the pitch to him. Right there, bunt attempt. The first, they get him easily. Well, 3 runs in to score in this half inning. And they'll take the lead back. It's 4-2 Midland here in this one. We're back for the bottom of the 5th as Frenier Chavez will lead it off for the Frisco RoughRiders when we come back.
Well, we head to the bottom of the fifth inning for the Riders, right here on the Riders Baseball Network. Here is Franier Chavez as he leads off the bottom of 5, 8-9-1 due up for the RoughRiders. The pitch. That one is far and outside. Boy, howdy. That is way out there. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch. That one up to straightaway left. Both outfielders try to get it, and that'll hop the wall for a ground rule double. By golly, there's some people that are just loud and obnoxious when it comes to them type of cars. Well, you can hear them. They are loud. They are plumb obnoxious. They need a good ticket from the police. Yeah, I would say, John, that would be pretty nice, but I don't think the police ain't going to do anything about it. Well, Bob, they should, because they're disturbing the peace. Well, that's just how crazy the obnoxious kids are these days. Oh, boy. Thank you for making me laugh tonight. That's pretty good. That's like the second time you made me laugh this evening.
No, that's
that one is outside. It's 1-1. Well, do you remember way back then, when you were probably in your high school years, you probably had some loud friends that had some cars that made loud, obnoxious noises? Yeah, I sure did, John. They had a big, I think it was a 1976 Cadillac convertible. Boy, I got to tell you, they put a subwoofer on that thing. I'll tell you one thing, that was crazy. Oh, do you have like a picture to show me? Oh yeah, I'll show you right here. Oh wow. Yo, yeah, that's pretty nice. One of your friends. Who is that? Oh, that's my brother, Lenny. Lenny? Huh, how come you didn't tell me you had a brother? Well, John, my brother died years ago. He battled he was about the oldest brother I had. And pretty much he died at the age of 82. Just a couple years back and stuff. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I mean, golly. I apologize. Yeah, is he your good brother? Yeah, he was my my friend as well. One is now down 0-2 the count now by Biggers. No, my dad, he had a classic Ford pickup truck, and pretty much he had this one car. It was like one of my favorite cars. It looked like a car from Back to the Future. But evidently it was a Grand Dam Pontiac type car. Anyway, 4-2 our score. Runner at third. And the pitch. That is down, hitting the dirt. And the count now 0-2. Well, temperature feels like 82 degrees on a Thursday night, as it is. And right there, strike 3. They'll get him in the inside corner. And that is out number 2. Well, Alejandro Osuna had a walk and a run, is 0-for-1 of the night. And anyway, pretty good right there. Well, I don't know if Springfield will win in a 2-game shutout, but evidently Midland is up here 4-2 tonight. Runner at third. And that one is up to straightaway left. Bovias on the warning track makes the grab. And that ends the 5th inning here tonight. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, one left stranded at third.
As we head for the 6th inning, Midland leads it 4-2. Well, Avery Weems, a left-hander, will lead off the pitching duties in relief. And that will pretty much do for inning. What inning is it? The top of the 6th inning? Yep. Gotta say, yes, it is. It is the 6th inning for Midland when we come back. Well, we head to the top of the 6th inning for Midland right here on the RoughRiders Baseball Network. Well, in this second game of our Texas League playoffs, a warm-up guy just got loose out on the mound. Avery Weems, 4-seam curveball, changeup, 2-seam fastball as well, will be in the arsenal. Boy, gotta say, we've got a full moon tonight. Look at that orange color.
No.
Just absolutely love it. The same color as Midland's jerseys. Just absolutely love it. 1 ball, 1 strike to the left fielder, Brian Bovias. He comes in. He's ready to go. 4-2, Midland in front of 2 runs ahead of the RoughRiders. Right there, hit the second, and they'll get him out at first, and that's out number 1. So still a long way to go in this ball game. Midland holds a 2-run lead for Frisco, and pretty much they are trying to win this second game of a 2-game best-of-3. Zahid Valenzuela is 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts. Midland winning that Tuesday night final 11-7 against the RoughRiders there at Frisco Park.
Ball.
Evidently, Midland is trying to be the unstoppable type Rockhounds. And evidently, during their 4 years, 2014 to 2017, they had that 1-0 shutout against the Tulsa Drillers way back then. Well, Valenzuela down on strikes, and that'll be the strikeout to Avery Weems. Shane McGuire is 1 for 2 here tonight. He's had a double and a run. 2 away, nobody on, and that is going to be up to the left field area. That's a base knock. So McGuire, the 5th runner on for the Rockhounds. In the pitch. That down and in, 1 ball and no strikes.
No strikes.
Swift 1 for 3, single RBI and a run here tonight for Midland. And a pitch.
Ball 2.
And that's down and in, 2 balls, no strikes. 2 away, runner at first, a 4-2 ball game, 6th inning here against the Rockhounds. Midland and Frisco here tonight for the second game of a best of 3.
Yep.
That one is in the inside corner. That's a called strike. It's 2-2. And a pitch. And that's a swing and a miss. Throw to first, and they'll complete that play. And that ends the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left. 6.5. Midland leads it 4-2. So we're about ready to go for bottom of 6 as Blaine Krim, Easley, and Zavala will lead it off in the bottom of the home 6 for the Riders. So you score Midland 4, Frisco 2. About ready to go for the bottom of the 6th for the Riders here in Game 2 of our Texas League playoff rounds. Here's John Baker to bring you more. Well, thank you, Bob. Blaine Krim, the 3rd. Middle half of the order, 3, 4, 5. Bottom of 6. The pitch is a swing and a fastball, nasty one at that. And it's 0-1. 4-2 our score. Midland up 2 runs ahead of Frisco. The pitch is inside for a strike. It's 0-2. Well, Midland still has a perfectly good balance on their score tonight. The 0-2. High pop up to straightaway center. Perez getting under it. And he's got Kempt under that one, and that's out number 1.
The center fielder.
Well, we're starting to see a pretty good orange moon tonight, right, John? Yeah, and I gotta say, it's orange the same as the Rockhound jerseys. You know, I know a lot has changed over the last couple of years. I know this has been Midland's start for a second season in a new uniform and new logos and everything. Old retired logos, but evidently still the same name as it is. Even though the original mascot, Rocky, was retired, which that was a darn right shame. I really like seeing Rocky the Rockhound. You know, the new Rocky, they should hopefully get rid of him soon, and maybe they'll get the original Rocky back in. No, that'd be really nice, John. And tell you one thing, who's that hammerhead type guy? There's a hammerhead mascot, looks like a hammer. I don't know who that is, Bob. I mean, we haven't been in Midland all year long. Yeah, I know, because evidently our home would be in San Antonio and stuff. Yeah, that's for sure. Well, that will do it. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on for the Riders. Top of the seventh, Elliott, Winkler, and Batista Jr. will get things started in the seventh inning when we come back. The right fielder, Clark Elliott, will strike up first. And it is a 4-2 ball game here in Game 2 of our playoff rounds. Well, about ready for the seventh inning for Midland, and so far John's got some good things about next year in 2025. So go ahead, John. Well, for all the Texas League teams, thank you, Bob. We're going to bring that up and stuff. For all the Texas League teams, we are getting ready to sell tickets for next year's regular season. And so far, they will go on sale on March 1st, 2025 through the end of March, and evidently pretty good as well. So if you are a season ticket holder, make sure you come up to the box office and get your season tickets for next year's season. Well, we are headed off to the seventh inning for Midland, and the right fielder, Clark Elliott, Strying up now for the Rockhounds. Here's the pitch. That one is high and inside. Strike one to him. 3 innings left here tonight. Boy, and Midland's got a golden opportunity of winning this ball game.
Swing and a miss, and boy, they'll get them down easily. So Elliott is retired. There's one away.
Jack Winkler.
Got a full moon, and we're seeing it right outside of our window there, Bob. It is just beautiful.
Yeah, I gotta say, John, it really is.
When you see a full moon, and you know that it's going to be a beautiful night tonight, boy, I tell you one thing. It's absolutely beautiful. You know, my parents' ranch out there, just, where about, how far is Brady from Dallas?
2.5 to 3.
Is that hours? Ooh, duh. You're, okay, well, I was just asking a rhetorical question. But anyway, pretty good right there. Jack Winkler coming in. That one grounder up to third. Flipped to first, and that is out number 2.
Now batting, the first baseman, Danny Bautista Jr.
First baseman, Danny Bautista Jr., 2 for 3, 2 singles, RBI. Boy, still leading this ball game by 4-2. Midland has a good advantage. Boy, Arkansas has been out hitting Springfield tonight. I think the Travelers are trying to get up there, tie up a series, and avoid elimination. But that's a broken bat right there. And they'll give it up to first, and that is the half inning. 7.5 here tonight. Rockhounds lead 4-2 against the RoughRiders. Well, we go now into the 7th inning stretch. Midland leads by 2. We're back here as Caber Rodriguez, Strom, and Chavez will follow in the bottom half of 7. When we come back, it's 4-2 Midland.
Well, we head for the bottom of the 7th for Frisco, right here on the Riders Baseball Network.
Caber Rodriguez, the first man up, bottom of 7. Here in this half inning. That's a strike in the inside corner, and it's 0-1. So after this half inning, we'll have 2 more innings left of this ball game. And right there, that's a swing and a miss right there. The count now 0-2. Well, how do you think we'll play it here tonight, Bob? I mean, if Midland wins, and evidently they'll be right there, a ball. The count now 1-2. So if Springfield loses tonight against Arkansas, and Midland beats Frisco, how would that work exactly?
I don't know. Maybe go to game 3 and
Foul.
see what would happen? Huh. Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if a team wins 2, that means they're winning. They get that championship series playoff spot. Right there, ground hopper to Swift.
He's out.
And they'll get him out at first, and that's 1 away.
The designated hitter, number 4, Kellen Strom.
That'll bring in Kellen Strom. 1 for 2, single in the third. One away, nobody on. That one popped up and foul. It's still hanging on at 0-1. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss right there. The count now 0-2.
Strike.
8th inning coming up after this one, and so far going to be pretty nice. The 0-2. That one is deep to left. The left fielder running after it. He can't get there, and that will land out of play foul. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. That one, a ground roller up to the shortstop area, Swift.
Yes, you're out.
And he'll get that one to Batista Jr. at first for 2 away. Well, that'll bring up Rainier Chavez. 1 for 2, double. Double in the 5th inning. And the pitch. That one is straight away center, and that's going to get all the way to the wall. Well, barely. On that one, that's a 2-out double. So Rainier Chavez getting in the 3rd run for the Riders here tonight. That'll bring in the catcher, Cody Freeman.
Ball. 1 ball.
Boy,
No
that
strike.
is the 2nd time we heard loud cars. 2 away, runner at second. Still holding on a 4-2 lead, Midland in this game. One,
Ball 2.
and he held up right there. Good play to play discipline. It's 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Runner in scoring position at second. That's number 12. And that is a swing and a miss. Boy, breaking ball just getting bad out there. The inside the corner for the strikes.
Full count.
And right there, full count now. It's 3-2. Three-two. That one right there. Get him, and that is out number 3. As they will get the guy going from second to third, and that ends it. So no runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left on for Frisco. Top of the 8th inning as Junior Perez will lead it with TJ Schofield Tim and Brian Bovias. We come up for the top of the 8th inning. It's Rockhounds 4, the RoughRiders 2. Well, we head to the top of the eighth right now on the Riders Baseball Network. Junior Perez coming in now. Avery Weems back on the mound now for Frisco as
No ball.
that is
One
in the
strike.
count now, 0-1. Here's pitch, swing and a miss. The count now 0-2. Good progressive start for Midland tonight. They get a run in the third and fifth innings, but 3 come in. 8,247 tonight for the homestand. Well, small one, should I say.
2-2.
Oh boy, if we were back to doing homestands, it'd be games of 6. Here's the pitch, and that is a curveball bouncing off the bat. Still hanging on, 2-2 is Junior Perez. 2-2 offering. That is ground ball up to the shortstop.
He's out.
And now get him out easily for the play made, and that's out number 1.
The bat, number 6. Designated hitter, TJ Schofield Sam.
TJ Schofield Sam is 0 for 3, ground out in the 5th inning. Or should I say the 4th inning?
Drive.
You were right the first time. It was the 5th inning and stuff. Mark Church and Grant Wolfram coming in. A righty and the lefty. Boy, just the moon being in a full orange. This one, it's pretty good. Here's the 1-1. That one popped up high in the air. Third baseman looks after it and makes it into the foul grounds to make the play, and that's out number 2.
Brian Buelva.
That'll bring up Brian Bovias as he's 2 for 3. A double single by him tonight on the average of a 2 or 3. So I'm guessing if Midland wins this one, then
It's out.
pretty much we'll see what goes on.
Ball 2.
And that is ball 2. Count now 2-1 now to Bovias. Rockhounds down, final 4 outs, but they'll still have what looks to be 2 runs for them, and that's going to be right there. The second baseman will help get the out, and that ends the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on for Midland. Middle half of the 8th inning coming up. Biggers, Osuna, and Trim will come in. And this will be right back here in game 2. About ready for the bottom half of the 8th inning for the Riders here in the Texas League Playoffs Game 2.
Well, Jack's Bigger's coming in now as we are now the bottom half of the eighth here tonight. And the pitch. Right there in the inside. Strike one. By golly, this is starting to be a good game for Midland thus far, even though leading 2 ahead of the RoughRiders. The count now, nothing into the count. I gotta say, if we enforce game 3, Midland wins the opener of the 2. Well, the final score on a Tuesday night, 11-7, there at Frisco Park. Is the 0-2.
Ball
Outside, and that's a count now, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count, and a pitch. Right there, strike 3. Biggers is down on a backwards K as O'Loughlin is getting him down, struck out. And here's Alejandro Osuna. Now, do you think that Jack needs help there, Bob? I don't know, John. I really think that he does not need any help. He's got all these innings. And so far, that's pretty good right there. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss, and right there,
ball. 2 strikes.
no balls to 2 strikes to him. Well, pretty good evening thus far, and hopefully to be a better one. Right there, strike 3 at the knees. Osuna goes down, and there's another strikeout for number 37. O'Loughlin is pretty good. Blaine Krim coming up now. Set to go. And that one is high in the air. Bovias makes a running grab. And that ends this half inning. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one on for the RoughRiders. Top of the 9th, Midland leads it 4-2. We're back in as we'll have a new reliever for the top of the 9th inning for Midland when we come back.
Top of the ninth inning for Midland right here in the Riders Baseball Network.
For the Rough
Well,
Riders.
Grant Wolfram coming in as he'll get the call for a second relief position. Four-seam fastball slider, two-seamer as well. 97. Boy, that's a pretty good number for a four-seam fastball. So the batter now is Saheed Valenzuela. Last inning of the night for both sides. That one is inside for a strike, and it's 0-1. So far, got fans watching from good old San Antonio, our home. You know, I like the San Antonio Missions. Cannot wait for 2025 to get here, and so far we have another brand new season of MLB The Show. Been a great season thus far, and
2-2.
all of us know it. 2-2 the count now to Valenzuela. Just a nice night for all of us here. That one right there, ground hopper to second, and they'll get him out at first. And that is out number 1.
33. Shane McGuire.
Shane McGuire coming in now. That'll be 2 more outs for Midland. Boy, still keeping them on their toes here tonight, right, Bob? Well, I gotta say, for this game, this could be a deciding factor. Midland may have it, and they could eliminate the Riders after this game. And force game 3, and that'll be the decision tomorrow evening, since Arkansas is probably winning there at good old Springfield tonight. That one's right there in the count now, 1-2. We're going to see who won, and I bet you $100 it'll be the Arkansas Travelers.
2-2.
Yeah, probably might have been. I mean, they're getting a lot of base hits and walks in that game there. Yeah, you're probably right. 2-2. And that one is out of play and foul, so still hanging on. Two and two, one more time. Swing and a miss, and they'll get him.
Now batting, the shortstop, Drew Swift.
Drew Swift coming in. As he'll get something going. And that is right there in the end for a strike. And it's 0-1. And that right there is strike 2 swinging. And that'll be the count now, 0-2. Swift one more time in tonight. The pitch. Right there, strike 3. That's it. Well, nothing doing here in this half inning. So the bottom of the ninth will be the decision if they come back or not. But they still got plenty of time to get something going. It's 4-2 our score as we head to the bottom of the ninth. Easily Valenzuela and Rodriguez will get something going. about ready for the bottom of 9 here tonight as we get things going. Thank you for staying with us. And John, we've got the bottom of the 9th inning, and boy, it looks like Midland sure has some pretty good slate of the home field advantage here tonight. What is your reaction?
Well, Bob, I got to say something that'll just blow you out of your shoes. I tell you, Midland has been really good this year, and they look to win it here for this game. And so far, we are going to see what goes on in the bottom of the 9th inning. So let's get right to it. Bottom of 9 as we're set to go. Jace Easley coming in for the Riders. And the pitch right on the way. And ouch, Easley is getting hit.
Leading off for Frisco, the right
And Aaron Zavala coming up now. He's the tying run for the Riders. And here's the pitch to him. That's down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Frisco trying to get the team off till tomorrow. The 1-0. That one high and outside, 2-0. Well, hopefully Midland can still hold a 4-2 lead, even though a tying run is up at the plate. Aaron Zavala, a pretty good 0 for 3 night for him. Outside, 3-0 the count. And that will put Caber Rodriguez on deck for the Riders. Here's a pitch to him. Right there in the end for a strike. And it's 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Ouch. And they'll get another one. And that is first and second now. Caber Rodriguez, 1 for 3 of the night. And they're going to have a talk on the mound as here comes the pitching coach. Laughlin is not doing good. So in this 4-2 game, nobody out 2-1 here in the bottom of the 9th inning for the Riders. And they're going to call the bullpen in this one. So it'll be Michel Otanes coming up for the Rockhounds. So far pretty good in this one as O'Laughlin is getting out of this ball game just shy of a whole one, nearly completed. But evidently in this one, it's crucial. Easily there at first, or should I say second? I do apologize about that. Here's Caber Rodriguez. Boyd takes a strike inside at 0-1. 4-2 lead for the Rockhounds. And the pitch. That one is outside, and boy, it gets away. And that's going to put runners at second and third now as the wild pitch is out, and they'll put runners there.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, John. I think O'Laughlin has really gave up on the bullpen. I mean, he hit 2, and so far that's something you don't want to do when you're in AA or any AAA or Major League Baseball, because they will grill you on top of that. So right there is 1 ball and 2 strikes to count now. So the Riders are trying to enforce Game 3 here this evening. Here's a 1-2.
That one high and outside, 2-2. Pretty good if the Riders could get in and tie this ball game up, and they call it the great equalizer for one thing. Yeah, we're pretty good.
Full count.
And that's going to be right there, and that's going to get in a run. And it's a close one, 4-3. RoughRiders trying to survive one more night. Boy, that one was right over both the catcher and umpire here tonight. It's a close game at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runner at third. Keeper Rodriguez coming in, fouls that one off, is still holding on. Trying to make it the match point type ball game. Pitch. That one straight away right. And Elliott makes the grab. Here comes the run. In the score as Rodriguez ties her up. You think that could get O'Laughlin haunted real easily? I think so. Kellen Strom coming in now. 4-4 game here between Midland and Frisco. Here's the pitch, and that one is foul. So that'll be the count now, 0-1. Boy, 10th inning set to go. And that is down and in, and the count now 1-1. It's a tight ball game, and RoughRiders trying to win this one. That's right there in the count now, 1-2. So they'll probably have a good chance of winning it here. A solo shot would win it 5-4, and it'd be one more night for the Riders. And that one's fouled off. The count now 1-2. Well, there's a lot of us that are ready for 2025, and just seeing all of our players and all the teams go head-to-head. Said that San Antonio, Corpus Christi, and Amarillo, Wichita, Tulsa, and Northwest Arkansas were the first 6 teams being eliminated at the end of the second half of the season. Here's a 1-2. That one is up to Valenzuela. It's row to first to Batista Jr., and that's out number 2.
Now that second baseman, Chavez.
That'll bring up Rainier Chavez, who's 2 for 3 and 2 doubles of this evening. We're trying to get in a winning run to keep the Riders in this ball game, and evidently extra innings coming up. Down and in, that's a ball, in the count now 1-0. One ball and no strikes. 2 out, nobody on. That's a slow roller to Swift, and they'll get him easily. Out number 3. Well, we are tied. 2 runs in to score here in this half inning. So it's on now to the 10th inning. Elliott, Winkler, and Batista Jr. will lead it off in extras when we come back. Swift will be the pitch runner as second as we go into extras for the 10th inning. Well, we'll be right back here as we get things ready for extra innings. We're deadlocked 4-4.
Well, we're about ready for extra innings here tonight, John, and gotta say we're tied at 4-4 in this ball game. And we sure are, Bob, and do believe we are 9:45 on this night. Clark Elliott, the next to bat for Midland, is up as we're extra innings. Runner in scoring position, and I want to tell you one thing, that these boys are trying to win a ball game, and evidently RoughRiders are going to try to hold them down. That's down and in. That's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Time.
And Elliott's going to ask for time, and he'll step off. So far, pretty good. Runner in scoring position. That one is the straightaway center, and that is back to the center field area, and that's going to be out number 1. Runner in scoring position. Tries to go for third, but that is not going to be enough for him to go on.
Yeah, that's for sure, John. I'll tell you one thing. He's going to have to go back to second, stay there, because that is not enough. That is for sure there, Bob. 4-4 tie.
Ball.
Down and in, 1 ball and no strikes. Boy, Midland still trying to keep in front. That's down and outside, 2-0. First time in the Texas League playoff rounds here in Game 2. We're getting free baseball on the game ticket. That's pretty good. Get your tickets March 1st when they go on sale for the 2024 regular season, starting up. Short 3-game set there in San Antonio against the Amarillo Sod Poodles. 6 games on the road as we head up to Corpus Christi. And then 6 taking on Northwest Arkansas, the Naturals. The pitch. And that is right there, strike 3. And Winkler is down on strikes. Danny Batista Jr. is 2 for 4. I'll tell you one thing, it is getting pretty good here, and that is a liner outside foul, and it's 0-1. Boy, Batista Jr. trying to get things going here in this ball game.
That's a strike.
And that is a strike swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. We got the winning run coming up bottom of 10.
1-2.
And that is out, 1-2. Riders trying to hold off and getting in this win here tonight.
Ball.
And that's a ball to count now, 2-2. Two and two.
Ball.
And outside, boy, that is a great plate discipline right there. And that is loading it up full, 3-2. Junior Perez on deck now for Midland. And outside ball 4. That is good hold up. Well, Batista Jr. gets that free pass on balls. And that will do for that second reliever. Third is Mark Church. 4-seam fastball slider, 2-seam fastball as well here tonight. Well, Perez coming in, and boy, 2 on, 2 out here in the top half of the 10th inning for Midland. 4-4 tie, and that's down and in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Batista Jr. at first, and so far the runner at second still hanging on.
Ball inside.
That is outside. It's 1-1. And right there, that is a strike. And it's 1-2. Looking to untie it right here, right now. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and they'll get him down. Boy, still more on that fastball as he went for it. And we now head to the bottom of 10, and it's 4-4. Still hanging on. Chavez and Cody Freeman will be on for the Riders in this one. Well, back for more right after this here in the Texas League Playoffs, Game 2, extra innings. As we head to the bottom of the 10th, it's 4-4. Well, we go now to the bottom of 10 here on the Riders Baseball Network. Well, we're going to have a quick trip to the mound now as Otanes will be out. Colin Palouse is getting in to this ball game. And the thing about it is he's got to get his teammates to the 11th inning. So more baseball here for all of us tonight. That'd be really good. Yeah, I gotta say, John, it absolutely would. 4-4 our tie. Cody Freeman to the plate now. And the pitch. That's right there inside strike one. Yep. So anyway, we'll play Northwest Arkansas for that 6th game. Then back on the road to head up to Amarillo. That's a swing and a miss right there. The count now 0-2. Boy, getting him chasing on that fastball for the strikes. 0-2. Down and outside, 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's a battle to get these guys going, and so far it is. Here's a 1-2. That is right there and out of play foul. Boy, that was awfully close. Pretty good right there as evidently Frisco trying to get in. And a pitch. Swing and a miss, and he'll go down for the first one.
Now batting, shortstop, Jax.
Jax Biggers is 0 for 4, strikeout in the 8th inning. Runner still holding on there as second base number 12, Chavez.
No, that's a ball.
Good old Frenier.
1 ball, no strikes.
So 1 ball, no strikes to Biggers now as Chavez now the winning run out there is second.
Ball.
That is out there. The count now 2-0. So 1 more ball game if necessary tomorrow evening. First pitch at 7:05. That's right there in the end, 2-1. You know, if it's a winner-take-all type ball game, then evidently, if Midland wins it, then that would be really good. Yeah, it sure would, John. I tell you one thing. Arkansas may get in, beat Springfield tonight.
Ball 3.
And right there, ball 3, and the count now 3-1. 3-1.
Ball 4.
And down and outside, ball 4. By golly, and he gets him right there for that ball. And boy, Alejandro Osuna coming in now, 2 on, 1 away. Bottom of 10 and extras here in Frisco tonight. And a pitch to him.
Ball.
Down and in, it's 1-0.
1-0.
Boy, Rough Riders trying to get in. In the stretch is Colin Palouse. Palouse has had a pretty good night for Midland. A good regular season, too, this year. That one is straight away right. Elliott giving chase, and he hits the wall. Holy mackerel. And uh-oh, they got him, and that means the Rough Riders walk it off. And Midland did not see that coming. So it's a tied series at 1-1. Well, they win it by a final 5-4. And that means another ball game one more time tomorrow evening. Game 3. First pitch at 7:05 against Midland. And going to be really good on that one as well. An awfully good night. And I got to say, John, that was a bottom of the 10th that we thought we're going into the 11th, but evidently the Riders come in and they get the runner in from second, and that's a walk-off win for Frisco. And it's a 5-4 victory for the Frisco Rough Riders here tonight. And I gotta say, that was pretty fun. Yeah, I gotta agree with you, Bob.
5 runs on 5 hits, no errors. They left 4 runners on base. For the Rockhounds, 4 runs on 10 hits, no errors. They left 8 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 17 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Well, anyway, for a series tie-up 1-1, Rough Riders and Midland win 2 apiece. Well, should I say 1 apiece right there, but anyway, we've had a good night thus far for here in the Texas League. So we are enforcing Game 3 tomorrow evening here at Riders Statesman's Park. So pretty good on that one as well. Well, we are going to check up the score there in Springfield. There in beautiful Blue River Stadium. It's home to the Springfield Cardinals. Just absolutely nice, and thinking that, well, winner take all in the series and stuff. Well, evidently, we are going to see the final scores of tonight's broadcast. Evidently, since Frisco did win this one, well, this will enforce Game 3. Well, it seems to me like the Springfield Cardinals have lost to the Arkansas Travelers, so now it's a 1-1. So pretty much everybody is tied up at 1-1 in the Texas League playoffs. But anyway, we're going to keep on and see what we got going on. And we got the championship series game coming in. Well, pretty good night for everybody. RoughRiders, they walk it off against Midland. And pretty good. So yes, the Arkansas Travelers and Frisco, they win a game, so that means we are tied 1-1. Well, both sides will enforce a Game 3 tomorrow night, so that's pretty good too. Oh man, and they're going back to the instant replay where Midland hit all of those home runs against Amarillo, and boy, I gotta say, that one was a 24-5 type ball game, which that was pretty interesting. But anyway, we have one more game tomorrow, and it's going to be really fun. So join us for our winner-take-all series type ball game, and we'll see you guys back tomorrow evening at first pitch at 7:05. Gates open 6 o'clock. And cheer on for your Final Four ball clubs. We got Midland and Frisco, Springfield and Arkansas going head-to-head. And pretty good on top of that. Well, for all of us, our final score, the Frisco RoughRiders 5, Midland 4 on a walk-off here tonight. As Franier Chavez was a 2-for-4 and 2 bases. Winner on the mound for the RoughRiders is Mark Church. Michael Otanes is the loss tonight for Midland. And so far, pretty good night. I'll go ahead and give everybody a 1-1 in the Texas League. To our Final Four. We'll survive one more night. And thinking that Frisco would have got whooped tonight, Midland sure had them in their grasp until 2 batters against Frisco getting hit. But evidently pretty good on top of that. We got a Friday night ball game tomorrow night. And so far, going to be pretty good to end the week. Well, for all of us, our final score, Frisco 5, Midland 4. As we wrap this one up tonight, for all of us here in Game 2 of our Texas League playoff rounds, this is John Baker and my good friend Bob. And we are seeing y'all tomorrow. Well, we're off to the motel, partner. Yeah, we sure are, and I'll be waiting for you in the car as we say goodnight. And for all of us, thank you so much for coming in and enjoying your evening with us. Have a good night, folks. Yes, for all of us here, thank you, Bob. And yeah, we'll see you in the car. Just wait up for me, and yeah, we'll go get dinner somewhere. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll be waiting for you downstairs, John. Yep, thank you. So, anyway, we are going to be seeing y'all tomorrow evening one more time as the RoughRiders and Midland will get ready to go. So one more, and evidently it'll be the Texas League Championship Series Game 1. So that means we have at least 5 more broadcasts of this year. It's possible that we'll have a 5th in this one. But anyway, pretty good as well. Well, to our fans and to everybody that has watched us, people in San Antonio, we thank y'all. Amarillo and Corpus Christi, Wichita, Tulsa, and Northwest Arkansas. We thank you guys for coming in and enjoying the broadcast here tonight. I bet there's a lot of people that enjoyed the broadcast there in Springfield. And so far, one more game for you guys tomorrow evening, as we'll have our one more here in Frisco as well. Well, guys, have a good night, be safe, and travel home safely. Well, this has been Texas League Baseball, home of the RoughRiders. And your final one more. Final score, 5-4. Good night, everybody. Safe travel home.